All right. What's up? What's good? What's going on? Welcome back to the War Zone once again. So as you all know, we have UFC 271 this weekend. We have Adesanya versus Whittaker 2. So what we're going to do, man, is we're going to do some brief breakdowns and some predictions on this card. We're going to do the full card. We're going to start from the prelims and work our way all the way up to the main card. So with that being said, let's get it. Right, first up, in men's welterweight division, we have Jeremiah Wells against Blood Diamond. Blood Diamond, also known as Mike Mathetha, kickboxer, one of Israel Adesanya's people. I'm going to have to go with Jeremiah Wells to pull this fight out. He's too good all around as a UFC fighter. I think he's going to be a little bit too much for Blood Diamond's debut. Blood Diamond. Jeremiah Wells, man, he can do it all, man. He has the power, man. I think he gets it done in this one. I don't think he finishes him. I think he does hurt him a few times in this fight. He can finish him, but I'm going to go with Jeremiah Wells by a unanimous decision, 30-27. All right, next up in the men's bantamweight division, we have Douglas Silva DeAndre versus Sergey Morozov. This is going to be a really tough, close fight. I think this fight's going to be down to the wire. I think DeAndre has the power to make a difference in this fight. He could make this fight very ugly. But I think Morozov is going to grapple and slow him down into the later rounds. And I believe he pulls out a close one. So I got Sergey Morozov winning this one 29-28. All right, next up, men's middleweight division. We have AJ Dobson versus Jacob Malkoun. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna step out, man, on faith in this one, man. I'm gonna go with AJ Dobson, man, to pull this fight off, man. I'm gonna roll with the newbie, man. He has the height and the reach advantage. This guy can fight. Jacob Malkoun is a tough opponent. He is a dog. He has to pace himself and be patient in this fight. But like I said, man, I gotta go with I got to go with AJ Dobson to win this fight, man. I'm going to roll with him, man, because I like what I seen from this guy. I think he gets it done. He's undefeated. So, AJ Dobson, 29-28. All right. Next up, in the men's light heavyweight division, we have Carlos Ulberg versus Fabio Cherant. Despite both of these fighters having rocky starts, I got to give the edge to Carlos Ulberg. He's a kickboxer. One thing he can't do is fight off the back foot. I think he learned from his last fight against Kennedy Nchukwu. His first fight was textbook. I loved, the way he fought. He can't be intimidated in this fight. However, Fabio Cherant, man, it just seems like as the fight goes on, man, he starts to slow down drastically, and at some point he just gives up. His cardio is definitely suspect. His best bet is to chase a KO in the first round. He was finished by his last two opponents, William Knight, and he was subbed by Alonzo Menifil. So I'm going to give the I'm gonna give the edge to Carlos Ulberg. I think Ulberg can pull out a unanimous decision in this one, 30-27. Next up, men's lightweight division. We have Alexander Hernandez versus Renato Moicano. Wow, man. This is a really tough fight, man. I'm going to go with Alexander Hernandez in this one, man. I know Moicano is the favorite in this fight, but if it's any dog you want to take on this card, man, I would say Alexander Hernandez, man. I like this guy. He's tough. He has the edge in power. I think the grappling is pretty even, and I'm going to trust his takedown defense. Moicano, as we all know, wants this fight on the ground. He has BJJ, but he's very chinny. He slows down, man, and I believe he's going to slow down and he's going to get caught by Alexander Hernandez. So I'm going to push for Alexander Hernandez to get a second round TKO in this one. I think he catches him and ends this fight. So Alexander Hernandez, second round TKO. All right, next up, men's bantamweight division. We've got Manny Martinez against Ronnie Lawrence. I'm going to take Ronnie Lawrence in this one, man. He's one of the best grapplers, man, that I've seen, man, in a while. I mean, this guy can really, really grapple. He moves really well in the ring. He's beat good competition. He's got great footwork. Manny Martinez, I'm not so sure of his caliber, man, in the UFC. I'm not sure that he even really belongs in the UFC. He's a decent fighter, but I mean, just looking at this matchup, man, Ronnie Lawrence is just far superior grappler, man, and I look for him to get the job done, man, and I think he does it in dominant fashion. So I got Ronnie Lawrence winning this fight by unanimous decision, 30-27, possibly 30-26. All right, so next up in the light heavyweight division, we've got William Knight against Maxim Grishin. I'm gonna have to go with William Knight in this one, man. Maxim Grishin, he must grapple, but I believe he will slow down and eventually get caught in this fight. William Knight's just too strong, too explosive. William Knight's also a patient fighter. He's not going to do more than required of him because he is going to be looking for that big shot. Once he hurts you, you might as well call the EMTs. So I'm going to go with William Knight to get this one done. I'm going to predict a third round TKO against Maxim Grishin. All right, next up, men's flyweight division. We have Alexander Perez against Matt Schnell. So, Alex Perez, Matt Schnell. I'm going to have to go with, I trust Alex Perez to win this fight, man. He's got better hands. He's got very, very good calf kicks. I think he gets it done, man, overall. Schnell, very chinny. He got outstruck by Rogerio Bontorin, man. Like, he's gotten away from his BJJ. This guy, you know, it's like he's trying to prove that he's better. You know, he can stand up. One of those fighters, man, that just got away from what was working best for him. So I think Alex Perez is going to piece him up, man, over the course of 3 rounds. And I'm going with Alex Perez by unanimous decision, 30-27. All right, next up, women's flyweight division. We've got Roxanne Modaferri against Casey O'Neill. This is a no-brainer, people. I'm going to take Casey O'Neill. Far superior grappler. She's improving. Take up it. Her stand up is, Roxanne Modaferri is just terrible stand up, bro. Like, she is just no head movement at all. This is the last fight on her contract. Her chin is shot. I've seen her get rocked from jabs, so I'm gonna have to. I think that Casey O'Neill takes her down, dominates her, man, and finishes her in the second round via rear naked choke, or could possibly be ground and pound. But either way, man, I'm going with a submission win in the second round. All right, next up, men's heavyweight division. We've got Andrei Arlovski against Jared Vanderaa. I got to go with Andrei Arlovski to pull this one out, man. I think Andrei Arlovski has been solid in his last few fights. Jared Vanderaa, man, I don't... Wow, man. I really don't have much to say about Jared Vanderaa, man. Just one of those guys who will never be in contention for a championship. A guy who's he's just here for a check, not serious about what he's doing. But as we know, Andrei Arlovski, man, when he steps in the cage, no matter who it is, he is coming to win. We know we're going to get that from him. And he's on his last leg for his UFC career. For Christ's sakes, the guy's at 52 fights already, man. So, but I trust Andrei Arlovski to get it done. He can take this guy down if he has to. But I look for him to do what he's been doing lately, being very methodical, very composed on the feet, man, and just picking his shots, throwing his kicks. So I got Andrei Arlovski pulling this one out, man, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a unanimous decision, but I'm going to say 29-28. Jared Vanderaa probably has, a round where Arlovski takes a round off. But Andrei Arlovski, 29-28. All right, next up in the men's lightweight division, we've got Bobby Green against Nasrat. I always get this guy's name wrong, man. So Nasrat Haqparast. So I'm gonna go Bobby Green, man. Bobby Green's. I just have to go with Bobby Green's hands. Nasrat Haqparast, man, is just, oh man, I just don't see him doing enough. He's not gonna take Bobby Green down and dominate Bobby Green on the ground. Bobby Green's hands are just far superior. The angles that he uses, the movement that he uses, the feints. Haqparast, I believe, is going to be desperate at some point, and he's just going to do a little bit too much, man, to, I think, try and get Bobby Green to the ground. Bobby Green never stays on the ground. He scrambles well, so I got Bobby Green just outstriking Haqparast. So I got Bobby Green winning 2 out of the 3 rounds. So I got him winning 29-28. All right, next up, men's bantamweight division. We've got Kyler Phillips against Marcelo Rojo. Oh man, this is a no-brainer for me. I got Kyler Phillips in this one. I think this guy he's got the goods. I think the newcomer jitters got to him, man, early on in his UFC debut, and his UFC career so far. But Kyler Phillips is a complete package, man. Guy, he can grapple, he can strike, he moves well, he's very explosive. He does it all, man. Don't get me wrong, Rojo, he can strike, but the difference in this one's going to be the grappling, and I just don't think he can catch up with Kyler Phillips in this. I think Kyler Phillips is starting to settle down in his UFC career, and I always said once this kid settles down and he really takes a hold of his identity, man, and believes in himself, and that starts to translate into the ring, that he's going to be a problem. And therefore, I look for Kyler Phillips to just totally outclass Marcelo Rojo. Now, I believe Kyler Phillips is going to come out and win the first 2 rounds. And he does tend to slow down later on in fights. But if he stays on his feet, I think he'll be fine. We could see a unanimous decision. So I got Kyler Phillips in this one, 30-27. Uh-oh, here we go. Moving on up, we've got men's middleweight division. We've got Jared Cannonier against Derek Brunson. Wow, people. Great fight, man. Great fight. I'm sorry, people, but I'm going to give the edge to Derek Brunson in this fight. Now, we know Derek Brunson, he's been finished. He's had some suspect chinny fights in the past, but on the other hand, Cannonier as well. But Cannonier has been a more solid fighter, I think. He's definitely high level, but I'm going to go and trust Derek Brunson's grappling to be the difference in this fight, man. I think Brunson is at that point right now, man. He's going to come out and prove the critics wrong. He's going to come out and, I think, implement his all-around game, and I think that's going to be enough to get the edge in this fight over Jared Cannonier. But Jared Cannonier, we all know, has that power, man. So Derek Brunson's gonna he's got to be very patient and pick his shots and take this guy to the ground, man. So I'm going to go with Derek Brunson. I know this may sound crazy, but I'm going with Derek Brunson by split decision, 29-28. Ooh, wait, here we go. The co-main event of the evening. We've got Derek Lewis versus Tai Tuivasa. Woohoo! People. Wow. Just when you think, I was kind of torn on this fight right here, but I had to come back down to earth real quick, man, and realize that in these type of situations, Derek Lewis seems to always come through. I don't see Derek Lewis losing 2 in a row. However, both of these guys have power, but I think Derek Lewis is more deceptive. Tai Tuivasa, he's more telegraphic with his shots. And Derek is, as we all know, is a great counterpuncher. And we all know he lands one shot, it's over. Another thing is that Derek can take you down. I have never seen Tai Tuivasa take anybody down to the ground. but Derek can. I'm gonna go with Derek Lewis, man. Just because it's a big, this is a big fight right here in the heavyweight division, and I just think that Derek Lewis can get it done. One hitter quitter. So I got Derek Lewis by KO in the 3rd round. All right. Here we are with the main event of the evening. This right here is a middleweight title fight. Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker 2. So we all know what happened in the first one. Israel Adesanya wound up finishing Robert Whittaker, TKOing him in that fight. This is round 2. This to me is the no-brainer once again, man. I'm always going to favor Israel Adesanya until somebody dethrones him, period. Dude, you can't find a more skilled, more well-rounded fighter right now in the UFC. Unless you're talking about somebody like the likes of John Jones, but right now he's just on another level. Robert Whittaker is a former champion, bona fide contender in this fight. I mean, if the stars are aligned and the moon and the whole everything is just in place this night, yes, he definitely has a chance to win this fight. But the only way I see anyone beating Israel Adesanya is they have to finish him, or they have to take him down and dominate him. So I'm going to go with Israel Adesanya, man, to win this fight, man. I'm going to give him 3 rounds to 2, possibly 4 rounds to 1. But I look for him. I don't see Robert Whittaker just doing enough. I think Robert Whittaker is going to be too reluctant, man, to mix it up with Israel Adesanya. So I think he's going to try to be patient, and that's just the wrong way to fight.